I'm down to like 2, 3 guys. I'm down to like 2, 3 girls. I got like 5, 6 people that is in that close circle. I got like 20, 30 that's in that associate circle that I can still be around and still spend time with. But I got about 6 close ones. That's all you need. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Tyren Johnson Show. I'm Tyren Johnson, professional basketball player, currently playing in France for Nancy. I created this show to help you guys get what I didn't have when I was young. I needed a person to mentor me, to help me create a mindset and a mentality to make them pay every day so that one day I can live a truth life. My mentors didn't do it for me, so I'm going to do it for you. That's what this show is all about. Today we're talking about why you need to check the people that's in your life, right? Who we're surrounded around, what we're around, who we talking to. All of these people matter because they can take our life to the next level or they can bring our life to a lower level, right? So they say you become who you spend the most time with, right? They say that you're a product of the top 5 people that you spend the most time with. Talking to athletes right quick. You're in locker rooms every day, right? You got coaches, presidents, GMs, teammates, all of these people that's around you every day for 10 months, right? If you're not careful, you can start inheriting the traits of those people. If you got a stressful coach, you can become a stressful person. If you got negative teammates, you can become a negative teammate. If you got a conniving GM, you might be a conniving person. So you got to understand how to separate work from real life, right? I really do not try my best. One of the biggest things I do is try my best not to become French. Like, I've been here so long, I've been here for 10 years, right? I try my best to not become French because their mentality, but my experience with playing French basketball, their mentality doesn't match my mentality, right? So I like my mentality from America. I think it makes more sense. I'm not saying that their mentality is bad or wrong. I'm saying that I prefer my mentality being an American than converting to the mentality of the French. Because I'll see these guys come back home from playing in Europe for so long, and now they're playing like Europeans. And I never wanted that to happen to me, right? Europeans are kind of emotional when it comes to basketball. The coaches are screaming. Everybody's stressed out for some reason. You can't really talk shit when you play. That's foreign to me, right? We talk shit when we play in America. Our coaches are not yelling and screaming like that. You got a few, but especially when you become a pro, you don't have coaches yelling and screaming at the top of their lungs and talking to you like you're less than a person. In my opinion, that's what it feels like sometimes, right? I don't think that, you signed me for a reason. You don't have to yell at me to tell me to back cut. You can just tell me back cut, bro. I'm a grown man. You're a grown man. If you wasn't a coach, I would beat the shit out of you in the streets. You wouldn't talk to me like that. The only reason why you're talking to me like this is because you feel like you have some type of authority. And what you do, because you work for the company that pays me. I get it. What I'm telling you is, don't let those people's personality creep into who you are. So when you get home, you start yelling at your wife. You start yelling at your kids. You start talking to your people like they're less than. Don't let that happen. You have to really be able to separate your work from your real life. Because when you're working in the business like I work in professional basketball, really and truly, bro, this is not real life. This is 2-3 hours of your day when you're connected to these people, and then you go about the real world, right? You're spending 21 hours in the real world. Focus more on the real world because that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. Basketball is going to come to an end at some point, right? Who do you FaceTime and who do you text? Who are you talking to when you FaceTime and who are you on the phone with? Who are you texting? How are they communicating with you? What are y'all talking about? Are y'all gossiping? Are y'all helping each other? Are y'all just sitting on the phone not doing anything? Right? Is this person just telling you how bad their lives is? Are you just venting to them about how bad your life is? What kind of conversations you have? Because those conversations will determine how you go about your life. It will affect you. You will have added stress that you don't even know, because it's not a big form of stress, but it's kind of like a low level of stress. And whenever you have a low level of stress from FaceTiming and text messaging toxic people, then you have a low level of stress of some coach screaming at you, then you have a low level of success, a low level of stress of some teammate that's cheating and that's bullshitting and guys are not taking it serious. All of those low level of stress eventually adds up to a big level of stress. And then you blow up, right? Sometimes I blow up. If I sit on a basketball, that means I'm ready to fight. Right? So like, you have to be careful that these situations, these people that you're having in your life do not change who you are as a person. Right? Before you get to the gym, you're happy, you're outgoing, and you're in a good mood and you're upbeat, and then you leave the gym, you're just sad and you're just frustrated and you feel defeated. Nah, don't let nobody get that type of power over you. Right? Be careful of the people that you're around, and be aware that whenever you are in your job, that you got to be able to separate your job from real life. Next point I want to make is you got to set the standard for how you want to be treated. You have to set the standard for how you want to be treated. Feeling guilty about going back home and being a people pleaser was a big problem for me. I did a personality test and it said that I'm a campaigner, right? They said that I'm very intrusive. They said I'm extroverted, but I'm also introverted. They said that, I'm very, very, very concerned about making others happy, right? I'm a people pleaser. I would spend $20K per summer, bro, just to see my family members and all my friends, right? $20K every summer since I've been overseas. Nobody comes over here, right? Nobody visits me. Like, I have to go there and I have to spend all of this money every summer just to continue to have a relationship, right? And I don't like that. And I'm not doing that anymore, right? I think that, okay, it's because it's my family, I have to do these certain things. Nah, those days are over, right? We're growing, we're learning, we're experiencing things. I'm going to always love my family. I'm going to always love my friends. But it has to be some type of even trade. And I don't want to have to feel guilty about me thinking about myself first, right? I think you should always put yourself first. Whenever you're on an airplane, they say, take care of you first before you try to put the oxygen mask on somebody else. Because you can try to put the oxygen mask on somebody else, you pass out, not both of y'all passed out, right? So stop feeling guilty about being a people pleaser. Don't do that no more, right? How do you want to be spoken to? How do people speak to you? Right? You got to set a standard for that, right? Like, I'm in the business of basketball. A lot of coaches don't really yell at me, but sometimes they do. I just look at them like, really? Like, I'm not going to disrespect them because it's their job, but I'm just like, I try my best to not give them a reason to yell at me. I try to give so much effort every day and be so serious and so locked in that no grown man has to yell at another grown man. Because I'm just like, who you talking to, bro? It doesn't make any sense, right? I had an example with someone that I considered a very close friend of mine. And she was talking to me with her neck. Like, moving her neck back and forth real fast. And I'm like, yo, stop talking to me like that. And she was like, you've been around black women all your life. I'm like, okay, cool. But just stop talking to me like that. No, and this is why we can't be friends. I'm like, well, we just can't be friends. Like, I'm not afraid to lose those people because I'm setting a standard for what I want. Right? I'm not afraid to lose those people. One of my homeboys was just like, what he said? He said, yo, you guys beat Monaco. Yeah, they didn't take you guys serious. You guys snuck up on them. I'm like, oh, bro, you a hater. I looked him right in his face and said, dog, you a hater. Right? Before that, when we was like third or second place in the league, it's like, oh, the league is some bullshit this year. I'm like, bro, every time I have some type of success or we talk about my success, you always try to downplay it some way. Do not let those people, do not have those people in your life, bro. Set the standard for how you want to be treated, right? We still talk, we still cool, but I'm going to check him every time. Because you're not about to diminish my accomplishments. You're not about to diminish my greatness because you may feel inferior. I don't know, but you're not about to diminish my greatness. Set the standard for how you want to be talked to, bro. Treat superiors with respect so that you eventually get respect back. Don't take him serious, though. That goes back to like whenever a coach is screaming, like, he's my superior in this situation. You got to respect him. If you in your parent house, you got to respect him. But be such a good person that if they're yelling at you, they look crazy. Right? They look crazy because you know who you are. Certain people have to be screamed at because they just continuously do the same thing and do the same thing. And they continuously to bring the quality of whatever we're trying to get done down. But if you got a person that's consistent showing up, consistent giving energy, consistent communicating, consistent invested in whatever we're doing to make sure that the quality of the product is up, and you want to talk to him like he less of a man, you make them look stupid by disrespecting them, right? So the next point I want to talk about is you got to evaluate if you're being used, right? Is this relationship reciprocal? Right? Is this relationship reciprocal? Are we only talking whenever you are having trauma? Are we only talking whenever you need something? You got this sad story and you telling me about how everything is going so wrong in your life. I tell you about something, you go right back to you. Like everything is always about you. You know, we're going to go on vacation. We're going to go where you want to go. You know, we don't go out to eat. We're going to go where you want to go out to eat. You got any relationships like that? Dead them. Kill them. Right then and there. Kill them. I've had friends where I told that it's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do that'll make me not want to be your friend. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. The relationship became not reciprocal to where it's always I gotta accept whatever she has. It always have to be that way. It ain't happening. You got to set the standard for what you want to. Is this relationship reciprocal? I've given you opportunity. I've given you everything I've had. I've given you my last. I've given you my time. I've given you my energy, my support, my trust. And whenever something goes wrong with something you don't understand, you ready to pounce out? Nah. That relationship ain't reciprocal. You're being used. You're being used. Call my homeboy up. What's up, bro? I'm in town. All right, shit, get that. All we talk about is him. Bro, I just got my jersey retired. Oh, yeah, shit. I just cleared $1 million deal. I got this $1 million friend. I got, bro, goddamn. What's up, bro? Like, or, hey, man, how you doing? Miss you, dog. Yeah, man, you know, I just been working with this person, that person, man, really getting these deals done. Bro, how are you doing? Like, I'm not here to be in competition with you, right? This relationship is not reciprocal. So guess what? We cutting it. Bottom line, right? Set an expectation for your close circle. Keyword, your close circle, right? If they don't meet that expectation, move them out the circle. If they can't meet that expectation, move them out the circle. You know why? Because you don't want to have expectations from people. Because people will let you down all the time. But the people that's in your close circle, set expectations for them because you should be holding them accountable for being great people because they're in your close circle. Right? If they can't meet those expectations, get them out of there. Put them in the associate box. But they cannot be in the ride or die homie box. Because those people got to meet certain expectations. And you guys got to talk about that to make sure that those expectations are being met. As soon as you see that those expectations aren't being met, shift them. Don't get rid of them, but shift them. Right? I'm down to like 2-3 guys. I'm down to like 2-3 girls. I got like 5-6 people that is in that close circle. I got like 20, 30 that's in that associate circle that I can still be around and still spend time with. But I got about 6 close ones. That's all you need. You don't need that many friends because you have that many problems, right? So you want to check the people in your life, right? Quick review. You're going to become who you spend the most time with. That's bottom line. You're a product of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You got to set the standard for how you want to be treated. Don't let people play with you. You should set the standard for how you want to be treated. You're not wrong. There's no way you can be wrong about that. It's how you want to be treated. If you have to be alone in this world, then you have to be alone in this world because people are not treating you. I don't care if they call you crazy. I don't care if they say that you are selfish. Cool, whatever. You set the standard for how you need to be treated. Evaluate if you're being used or not. Do not let people use you. They will use up your time. They will use up your resources. They will use up your feelings. They'll use up everything about you because that's what people do. They use people. So do not let people use you and set an expectations for the people in your close circle. Don't set expectations for people that's around you. For the people that's in your close circle, setting expectations for them. And you should be doing, and you should have the life that you want and have the people that you want in your life and have golden friendships and relationships so that you can make them pay and live a truth life, right? If you like this episode, please tell a friend and tell a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a review. And other than that, you know the deal, baby. Every day make them pay so that one day you can live a truth life. I'm out.